Apple big picture on the monthly chart. I know we've talked about this a lot, but for those that are new and may not be aware, let's look at Apple because a few things. Apple tends to kind of repeat history over and over again and also can move the whole market as a whole. So let's take a look and see what Apple is doing. When Apple makes a new all-time high, a lot of the time it then moves sideways for several months, bouncing between a larger support and resistance, and just really moving sideways quite a bit before it gets a new breakout. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's about a year moving sideways between this as support and resistance. So we finally got our break higher right through here, right? We pushed, and now we're pulling on back down again. So if we continue to do that, as you look right here, we did it again, and then we did it again. So if that same thing now happens again, we could definitely potentially hold this and just kind of keep going up and down sideways for a few months. It's just something to be aware of. We could pull a little bit lower first. We could come on down to that 211-ish area. I am watching to see if we can hold 219, and then if that becomes our support and resistance between 219 and 260, which is a beautiful area to hold between. It's a large area, so you could still swing this throughout the next few months. But let's just see, let it establish its support and resistance on this larger time frame before we start trading it that way. But you definitely have an opportunity because that is how Apple moves for quite some time. If we go down to the weekly chart, you can see this is the range we were stuck in for weeks. It took us forever to finally break out, and we just came right back inside over here. So I'm going to be watching to see if we hold and can break higher, if this is going to be where our support ends up. We're going to be watching this trend line here to see if we can hold it this week to get some continuation, or will we break lower and test the bottom of that chop box that we held for weeks. So looking at the daily chart, we definitely are holding this swing. We've got a nice double touch through here. We've got multiple touches through here. So we're going to be looking this week to see if we can hold that 227. If we break lower, we definitely could be coming towards the bottom of this chop box and this next support level down at about 216. So we could see some continuation. We would obviously test the supports on the way down first. So 224 would be another one. And then we just go from there. But this is the area I'm going to be watching. If we bounce at 227, then we can head back up and potentially test our upper trend line again. Moving into our 4-hour, we definitely have formed a right shoulder. So it's looking very bearish. If we do not bounce here at support, we're pretty much holding right through here. If we don't bounce, we can definitely head on down and see more downside at this 219 area and potentially even lower. So definitely working on that right shoulder. Let's see if we can hold it this week or if we see more downside.